Okay, so hello and welcome back. My name is Glenn. And as you can see, there's a reservoir in the background, and that one is a Crouton Reservoir. And in the back we have some mountain ranges. I'm not too sure what they're actually called, but this is, if you go north that way, you're going to head towards the Chinese border. I think it's only like 5 to 10 kilometers. I haven't measured it. Lots of birds. And this is beautiful. So this is the Shan formation, and well, I need to read it from here, so I need to take my eyes off the actual camera. I'm a little bit blinded. So it's a 164.6 million years plus will take 700,000 years formation. So this formation is older than the formations that are over in Kung or even south, which are about 142 million years. This predates it by 22 million years. And volcanoes are supposed to be either somewhere in the vicinity or up north. They're not too sure where the actual eruptions were. They don't even know if it was one eruption or if it was more than one, because this is a large volcanic province. So they call this a large, super volcano. That's what they call it. And it's because there's a lot of granite batholiths. The Kowloon granite, which is centered on Kowloon, is really large. And it's surrounded by rhyolites and tuffs. This stuff here is a welded tuff. So what they say it is a pale grey to dark lepilli ash. So it's ash that's been spewed into the sky, and it's actually fallen to the ground. Now whether it's basically just fallen to the ground and formed these formations, or whether it's been pyroclastic flows going down the actual side of the mountain, I'm not too sure. I don't even know, geologists really know. And it's coarse crystal tuff, so probably been recrystallized. I'm actually in a burnt section, so turn the camera around. This has all been burnt. As you can see, there's no foliage in the trees. These look like probably melaleucas or banksias actually. So they look like they're not native. There's lots of birds going around. I'm not too familiar with the bird life. That looks like it might be a cardinal over there, but you can't see it. So if we look at the actual rock, you can see this is well weathered. So you're not really going to get much information about the original rock out of this. As you can see, you've got the soil, which is pretty much the same colour as the weathered rock. And as you can see here, this weathered profile is actually quite deep. So I'd have to go to another formation to actually see the actual rock. So in this section, that's about it for now. But go around, we've got large steep mountains, so the gradient here is about 45 degrees. Over there it's probably about 50. And there's people actually up on that ridge walking up. So you can actually walk on these ridges over there as well as that one. All of these hills you can actually walk up. There should be primitive trails. Beautiful place. So a thing about this place is when we're walking through here, it's actually a cemetery. So there's a lot of graves on this side of the actual hill. So here's one cemetery. So they've dug it in the side of the hill. I don't know about the age. And here's some more down here. A lot of these are probably quite old. No one actually comes here anymore. There's another small grave. Another one up there. And this whole hillside, so when we're walking down here, it's just pretty much a cemetery. as you walk along here we have some exposed. So this has large feldspar crystals in it. Still quite weathered, and it's quite a weathered rock. So here it looks like that might be an actual. It looks quite thick feldspar. It's not quartz. Quartz here is generally a greyish colour. The feldspars are usually this colour. And there's another one. And you also can get other types of rock. So quartz crystal tuff. That doesn't look like tuff. Looks like porphyritic. Quartz porphyritic. Probably with the finer matrix of quartz and also feldspars. Lithic prolific of pale sandstone. Okay, so it's got lapilli in it. Volcanic lithics. So tuffaceous sandstone. So I'm not too sure about this information. I don't think they've actually surveyed up here that much. But it looks like this might be either. Oh, sorry, I'm just trying to get in. So with the large feldspar crystals, they're quite large. It means that the cooling down was actually quite slow, and it kept quite hot for quite a long time. So this is a little bit confusing, this geology here. I'll need to find out more information about it. Another grave. You go around here and you can actually see the actual dam or the reservoir. So this is some more graves over there. So this is the heart-shaped dam, sort of like a heart shape. So you can see you've got the heart going around there, and this is the actual point of it. It's quite nice. And here we have more of the well-weathered rock. It's also quite well eroded, so this is all colluvium. And another grave. Bit tired and coming up here. So now we are up on the actual peak, or one of them anyway, not the highest. And obviously all the rock up here is eroded as well. If you look behind me, they've actually put these up here. I don't know what they are, probably storage for water. And they're quite rusted. So we'll have a look at the geology. Looking at the mountains again, so looking towards China. And here we are looking south towards Hong Kong. And all this is the same material, or volcanic tuff. The granite starts some way down that way. But I'm not too familiar with the geology in between. Okay, so here we have an outcrop, and look, it's actually quite weathered. It looks like it's mainly just feldspars with some quartz, also some feldspars, and also probably quartz. There you go, there's a quartz phenocryst in there. But it looks like it has a type of schistose type of foliation, but it's probably not the case. And all this rock is quite damaged by fire. As you can see, the fire has actually been through here. So it's actually pretty hard to actually get the actual geology that was in place in here at the time with material like this. But also, once again, on the side of the actual mountain, it looks like we have, I'd say this is probably quartz, looks like it. So this is probably an emplacement, so a quartz vein. The actual rock, so that's what I'm thinking these are, just quartz veins. So here's quite a thick quartz vein, starts from over all the way over there, goes around, so it's probably about 1 meter across. Obviously, here it looks like it's just got the actual tuffite material, so this would have been in place afterwards. It's the only thing I can actually think of that is what it is. It looks like it has some mineralisation, but most of it's pretty much just pure quartz. It's probably also been altered as well, but I don't see any evidence of alteration. Okay, so basically what we've got up north, so that way we have younger material, 140 million years old. That seems to be the youngest that I've come across so far. I think there is younger material, but I'm not too sure where that is for now. And up north, going towards China, we have Carboniferous metamorphic rock. So obviously that was in place deeper underground. It's been uplifted, or so this granite and rhyolite is probably could have metamorphosed that. I need to actually read information on the actual metamorphic rock. I haven't actually done that, so I can't actually talk about it. But here, Jurassic, 160 million year old material. So up north, it was probably a volcano, or volcanoes actually erupted material and placed it here 164 million years ago. Then 142 the volcanoes down south, so that way probably the large where Kowloon is, and also Sei Kung, so there's more than one volcano that erupted material to spread material around the place. So it's rhyolite tuff, and this is, what's that, crystal tuff or something like that. So it's pretty similar material, although 20 million years is not a long way in time for the actual place to change a lot. So maybe the actual probably convergent plate boundary that caused the actual material to be placed. Maybe 160 million years ago it was north, and then it moved south, and 140 million years ago it was at where Kowloon is now. then after that you'd petered out. So until I've actually read more about the geology of Hong Kong, I can't really put the pieces together. So anyway, hope this was an interesting video. Hope it wasn't boring. If you have more information about the geology of Hong Kong, that can correct me. Over time I'll get it right. Yeah, but anyway, this is Glenn. Thank you and goodbye.